Hello, I'm Monique Forcier. I am a spiritual coach, and I wanted to talk with you a little bit about living in alignment. We have been reflecting so far this year and letting go of things, or I have. If you haven't been joining me, that's okay. And then inviting in more of the things, the good things that we want. And now is a good time to set our goals going forward. But before we do that, I'd like you to filter your goals through a lens, an alignment lens. What does alignment mean, first of all? Living in an aligned life is where the inner alignment, or an inner alignment life, is where your inner life, your inner world matches your outer world. And why are we not sometimes aligned there? Well, sometimes the ego, our mind ego, gets in the way. We have maybe negative thoughts, limiting beliefs, patterns, self-doubt. And it's not always easy to push past or up against these and move beyond into this alignment piece, our soul's alignment. It's not always just as easy as like, I want this thing, because we bump up against, when we're in tight quarters with ourselves, those things. We could be self-sabotaging. Maybe some parts of ourselves are self-sabotaging us. Maybe they're uncomfortable with us expanding or changing, and maybe they want us to play small, because change and expansion can be uncomfortable when we're not used to it, or when we're bumping up against those parts. So how do we then know what we really want, what our deep soul desires are? Because sometimes our soul comes to us like a whisper. It's not like this loud person banging on the door. It sometimes can come in the form of just a quiet whisper friend, and in small, simple ways. So I really activate listening, paying attention to that whisper. And then I can run it through my goals to know, is this my ego, my mind ego, trying to tell me I need this thing? Or is this really the direction I need to go in? Point in case, sometimes things, when they're in alignment, or what you need to do to get yourself in alignment with your inner world matching your outside world, you might need to do some tough things like setting boundaries with yourself or other people. You might need to speak up and speak your truth. You might need to give yourself permission to do the thing. Sometimes it's just a matter of that. You might need to clearly communicate your needs to others. You might want to choose a hobby that you love, spend time alone, feel comfortable in your own skin, and put yourself first. When you start doing these things, you can kind of then use the lens of, boy, are my goals bumping up against some of these things that I'm really wanting for myself, so that I can be more aligned with what's going on inside? Maybe, I'll give you an example. If I want more space in my life, more time for myself, but I keep filling my schedule, I totally do that all the time, and doing everything all at once because I want to I have a very full active life, that is totally bumping up against my belief that I want more time for myself, or the other way around. So I need to learn to navigate through that. Is my ego saying you need to be a doer, you need to be busy so that people will love you, so that you'll be seen and heard? Or is it like, I really love doing all these things? Or can I just cut back a little bit? Perfect example. I'm sure everyone can relate to that in this time of life. And there are things we absolutely have to do, right? There's things I absolutely have to do. But really, just then, if I'm wanting more space for myself, spending more time by myself, putting myself first, then truly once I set that boundary for myself, then running my goals through my lens, does creating more get me closer to my goal? How does it make me feel? Does it make me feel anxious? Like, oh God, I'm never going to get this done. I feel that way quite a bit. Or does it really bring me closer to that little whisper friend, my soul saying, You need more time. You need time to sit and just be. I don't even know if any of this makes sense to you. When I was like thinking and reflecting on it for myself and setting my goals for this year, which are something I do every single year and I review them every week, I was like, let's try to see if these goals are actually aligned with what I want. Like, how can I get there? But also know that, this thing that I'm doing, it doesn't have to happen all right now. Anyways, random thoughts for the day. I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope that you maybe are taking this opportunity to reflect on any goals that you've established for yourself to see how they feel for you. How do they make you feel? And are they in alignment with what you actually want inside? Does your inside match your outside life? Because when it doesn't, it's a really great time to shift. I can certainly help you with this. This is what I do. This is my jam. I love doing this. So if you are looking for someone to be your accountability buddy, your trusted advisor, I am a spiritual coach and I have 2 openings for 2 more clients. I would love to hear from you. We can have a conversation about what this might look like for you. Anyways, have a wonderful day and much love to you all. Bye.